Hey everyone, it's Rachel. Thanks for tuning in to this video. And in this video, I have some birthday presents I need to craft for a special someone. This craft or these birthday gifts are for my daughter's babysitter. I hate calling her, and I apologize, this is white on white, but I'm trying to use up some of this vinyl here. But I hate calling her a sitter because she is so much more than just a babysitter, and she is just a truly an amazing caregiver for our daughter. I'm so blessed to have her in our lives and in my daughter's life, because I'll tell you what, she just really takes care of our daughter and the other kids that she watches, and I am just so happy to be making some gifts for her birthday. Okay. So with that being said, this is all going to be for my sitter, and I'm happy to make her some special gifts. And we're going to start off with this. I kind of just dived into this whole thing, but I'm going to give her, first thing I found this at Hobby Lobby, and I thought this was a cute thing. I kind of already opened it up, because I was kind of nosy about this, but I'm not going to reopen it. But these are all sticky notes. So, and I thought they were so cute. I think it was in the sewing department. I could be wrong. I know they put some of their sewing stuff on clearance. So I saw it and I'm like, oh, I bet she would really like this to make notes and stuff. So I'm going to just put some rubbing alcohol on here just to remove any dust or debris. And just clean this up. I'm sure it's been sitting in there, for quite some time. So I just want to make sure I clean it up as best as I can. And so let me go ahead and put that there. Now, a lot of today's projects are going to be, let me see here. Yeah. A lot of these projects are going to be iron-on, actually. I have a lot of iron-on projects. I don't think this is going to be, no, that's not going to be, almost, but not quite. Okay, not a big deal. So we're going to start off with the only 2 adhesive projects, and then we will move on to the iron-on projects. And I already have my mini press all out, sitting out from a previous video I was making prior to making this video. And I'm just going to use that. If I were you, if you're going to replicate any of these projects, I would use a bigger press, but I'm a little bit, it's kind of late for me to be crafting, and I just want to get going, and now I have to bring out the other one and put this one away. So this just says Mimi Notes. So everyone calls her, all the kids that she watches, they call her Mimi. I absolutely love that. I think that's so cute. Every time we go to my sitter's house, my daughter goes, Mimi's house? And then when we get there, she's like, we're here, Mimi's house. She just loves going over there. She loves her, and I can't say. Well, you'll see something coming up. I'm making her a shirt, and it just exactly describes the person of who she is. And she's just a wonderful person, and I don't think things happen for no reason. There's a reason why God put her into my life and into my daughter's life. So I'm so blessed. Okay, so, and actually, so my daughter will be 3, and then next year she'll be 4, obviously, and then she'll start hopefully start it's a lottery down here for preschool, so it's not guaranteed she'll get into preschool, but I'm kind of bummed. Like, I really want her to start preschool for obvious reasons, but, you know, I just know I never worry when she's at her house, because she takes such good care of our kids. So, okay, so that went down there. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, love it. Mimi's notes. And of course, if she wants to have the kids play with this, that'd be fine too. But I don't know. I thought she could use this to take notes. You know, if she wants to like remind herself of something, or, you know, whatever she wants to do with them. Okay, that one was the easier one. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next one. I think we're going to be a little bit challenged with that one. And you'll see why here in a moment. So let me put that over here. So I have this candle, and I got it from, oh gosh, where did I get it from? Oh, you know what? I don't know where I got this from. Maybe this is from Hobby Lobby. It could be from, it probably is. Knowing me, I shop there religiously, so it probably is from Hobby Lobby. But it's luminous apricots, and oh, you guys. Oh, it smells so good. I really want to keep this candle for myself, honestly. But like I said, I can't remember if it was from Hobby Lobby or this just doesn't look familiar. Although I don't buy their candles a lot. It probably is from Hobby Lobby. Oh gosh, you know what? I don't even know. I don't think. And I'm just putting some rubbing alcohol on this. So, kind of talking about my sitter, she really, I don't know if say really into plants, but I see her post about her plants a lot, and she has plants everywhere, and going in her backyard, it's like a safe haven. Let me tell you, it is, she has a beautiful garden, and her flowers are just so beautiful. So this whole thing is kind of based off of that. So with that being said, I already weeded out this project, and just because it's white on white, and I figured, you know, it'd be kind of boring for you to sit there and watch me when you can't even see it. So I already pre-weeded it. However, I only weeded out the middles because this is such a thin cut. I thought it would be easier for me to, well, there we go. Thought it'd be easier to weed out the middles. And then reverse weed the rest. Oh, wow. Okay, so I was going to reverse weed this because of how thin this is, and it definitely, let me get a new transfer tape. I feel like that's just going to be, well, okay. The static here is no joke. Anyways, I thought reverse reading this would be easier given how thin it is, but it definitely was not. Okay, so anyways, a lot of this is all plant-based, meaning like I have a lot of plant design in mind when I designed everything. And also, so because of that, and flowers, also the flower of, now these flowers came from design bundles, and it came in a bundle, and the flower for March is daffodils. So I went ahead and kind of made that the theme for this, although I think because how difficult this is going to be, I may just end up doing one or two of them. But my idea was just to, you know, kind of place them randomly, so with no rhyme or reason. So there's that. We'll try one more and we'll see how it goes. Okay. So I'm going to be completely transparent with y'all. This is great in theory, but in execution, it's not. So, in order to give full honesty, that sometimes this happens, I have all of these, and I'm not even going to fuss with it. I'm just going to do the one and leave it as is, and we're going to move on to some other projects because I just don't have the time to be doing that throughout this whole thing. My idea was just going to put them randomly, but I like that. I think that it would just be acceptable, and we'll just move on to the next project. And so the lid just goes here, and then, you know, just a little bit of vinyl there. All right, let me clean this all up and we'll get into the next project. Okay, this next one is this cute little sign, and it's called polyester wall banner. So polyester, I wonder what the count is, because if it has a high enough count, y'all can sublimate it for those who are into sublimation, but it doesn't say, it just says polyester wall banner. So I have a feeling it's almost, I think it's 100% polyester, so you might be able to sublimate on this. So I thought this would be really cute to put in her garden, like, or hang it somewhere in the inside, obviously, because this is, you know, fabric and it's not for the outside. So I thought she has a nice screened in patio in her back of the house, I should say. So I thought she could hang it in there. And again, this is all based off of flowers and plants and stuff like that, just because, and actually I should probably turn on my heat press. So again, I'm just using my mini press. I would recommend using a bigger press just so you can get done a lot faster. Okay, I think that has cooled down. Let's go ahead and try to peel this up. I think I got this pretty well ironed down, but I'm going to still be careful to make sure. I'm going to check all of my design, make sure there's no lifting. And I think I have a little lifting with that dot, so I'm going to have to come back. But I'm going to try to get this carrier sheet off, as I'd like to just be able to use some parchment paper. Perfect. Okay. So that turned out pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a focus press on some areas that I think that just needs a little bit more press, especially with that little dot there. So there's that, and then I'm gonna check everywhere else. I'm just rubbing my fingers around the design and using my nails. Although I don't have a lot of nails, I just gave my nails a trim. But just gonna see if I can feel any lift. Hey, and then also, you know, if she ever wants me to do the back for her, I can most certainly do that, because this is reversible, so that's nice. This could definitely be for if you want to make one for yourself. It could be seasonal, like it could be St. Patrick's Day, and then it could be Easter, or it could be Easter and then it could be spring. So anyways, I think this turned out super cute. Okay, so this shirt I got from Hobby Lobby, of course. And let's go ahead and take this off. Now, they say that you should wash this before you iron on, so that way all the shrinkage would, you know, it would shrink, and that way you don't have to worry about your vinyl sticking and lasting. But I don't like to do that when I give gifts, because, you know, I don't know if they're going to be allergic to my detergent. So, which she hasn't broken out when she holds my daughter. So, and we, you know, she uses the same detergent that I do. So, when I wash her clothes. But anyway, okay, so right now I'm just trying to get this centered, and I'm basing off of the collar here, not the tag, because the tag, it's not always straight. So, or it's not always, you know, centered. So just be mindful, and I'm just lint rolling this. Okay, and again, I'm just making sure. Okay, so here's my shirt. Okay, so let me actually, before I forget, I almost just did. Oh my goodness, that would have been terrible. Okay, so what happened was, so again, this is the design that, the design comes in these from design bundles, and I just kind of used 3 that I liked. And let me tell you, if you're gonna do this, have some time to weed and to cut, because this took forever to cut, and then it took I mean, you're talking like over an hour it took me to weed all this, and this is not the fun weeding that I like. But anyway, so this is not my idea of adding the words. Again, the YouTuber I got this from, she did the fruits of the spirit, and I just did words that I think describes her to a T. So anyways, that is what I did. And so what happened was it stopped cutting here. So what I did is I recut that, and then of course I had to finish, everything else. So I had to recut that. So that is what I had to do. Sometimes this happens, and I'll tell you what, the weeding was not fun, and I'm pretty sure I probably missed some random parts, but it is what it is at this point. So, honestly, not much I can do about that. So I'm just going to go ahead and measure. So this is what I was telling you all about. If you have a larger heat press, use it. I'm just using this because it's already out, and I just don't feel like switching everything. And I don't have a lot of room on my craft space or on my craft desk because I have so many crafts going on right now. Trying to make a lot of videos. I have family that's coming in from out of town. I'm traveling for work here soon, and I won't have time to make any videos that weekend. So, and then I was sick last weekend. I think I had a stomach bug. Like I would be fine, and then my stomach would get sick. So I'm just, I'm down a weekend. So I'm trying to create a lot of videos so that way I can enjoy my time when my family comes down and when my husband's family comes down. So that is what I'm trying to do. Okay. I'm going to remove my mat to let this cool down. Really like, again, her favorite color is purple, so I went with a purple shirt. I don't know, the shirt might be a little bit big for her, but, who doesn't like a big shirt, right? Makes it nice and comfortable. Okay, so I'm just being really careful, looking at everything, making sure there's no lifting. And again, I'm sure there are areas that I did not weed, but you guys, my neck was hurting by the time I was done trying to weed this because it was, I was bent down with my head trying to weed all this. I mean, it was not fun. I like to weed, but not this one. And but I think it would weed well if it was a larger larger design. So kind of just, again, I'm going around just making sure. Feel like, no, it almost looks like it infused in the shirt. It feels like you could barely tell the difference between the vinyl and then the shirt. I love it. Okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and cut the word patient out. Let's go ahead and get that ironed on next. So then, how did I do it? So I'm going to let that cool down. And then, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and cut that off so I can make room while that's cooling down. I'm going to go ahead and try to get this aligned as well and spaced. Okay, so again, they just came in a group of 6 pots or 6 plants, and then I used that one again, I used this one again, and I used this one again. And you can see those little dots are a little different. What I should have done is paid attention to which one was going to be the easiest to weed. This one was the easiest, but I should have done this one again and then maybe that one again. I think that would have been a little bit easier. Okay, and then I put at the bottom Mimi 24/7. So she's beautiful, she's strong, she's generous, she's caring, she's loving, she's patient, she's sweet, she's talented, and she's courageous. So, and I put Mimi 24/7 because that's what Mimi is. That's who she is. So, okay, I'm just going to make sure that they are lined up. I think I'm a little bit crooked. I think I need to come up a little bit. Okay. See what I'm saying? Like, it's not like it was... I'm going to remove this. This should be good to go. It's not like this was a huge fail, right? It just it stopped cutting mid this word. And so I just ripped all that off of the carrier sheet and then recut it. So you know, it's not like it was the end of the world, but it's just like it's adding more work to my flow here, and which is a little frustrating on my end. So, and it could have been my computer. I don't know why it would be my computer, but I don't know. Okay, so let me... Okay, I think I had enough heat to that. So again, removing my mat. Letting that cool down. And then we will peel this up. I am just loving how this turned out. It is just beautiful. Again, I will link the design and the font that I used for this, because it didn't come with the words. It just came with just the plants, right? So, okay. Oh, looks like I got a little piece of vinyl. All right, you guys. This is just, oh, I absolutely love it. I mean, well worth the length of time that it took to cut it and to weed it, because this was not an easy task, I'll be completely honest. So like I said, if you do this and you do it on a smaller scale such as this, then I would recommend you at least dedicating over an hour to get all this weeded, and make sure that you don't do it via Bluetooth. Make sure you have it connected, because you know, it could lose connection. All right, so I have 2 more iron-on projects, and then we are done with this video. All right, y'all. I lied. I only have 1 more. This is the last one. I don't know why. It's time for this one to call it a night. I got this from Hobby Lobby. This tote bag. It's $2.49. And it's a late night for me crafting, and I think I just need to call it a night. I was thinking I still had 2 more HTV projects to do, but I only have just the one. I'm looking at everything. Yeah, just the one. I know that you guys seen this tote bag before, but again, that one was a different purple, and I think the other one that I did for my sister, if you haven't watched that video, watch that video. That one was like a different purple. It almost matches her. Well, no, it doesn't. But anyways, it was a different purple. So this one is a little, I think it's a little bit smaller than the one I did in that previous video. So gotta be careful. Slow down, Rachel. Getting punchy here. So what I did was, again, I bought this SVG. In fact, I feel like there's a lot of potential I could save and not waste. Just gonna cut some of this out. Whoops. Okay. And so what I did was, so in that bundle they have like the flower plus then just like the bud, if you will, and then they have another option, which is the flower plus the stem. So as you saw in the candle, I did just the flower, and this one I am doing the flower and the stem, and so that is what I did for this. And I did this really pretty gold. I don't know if she likes gold, but I thought it would pair really well with the purple, so I went with it. Hopefully she'll like it. And it's just a little tote bag that she can use while she goes shopping, or if she you know, needs to take the kids on an errand, she could take this tote bag, put stuff in there, you know. So that is what I decided to do for her. Okay, got that all weeded out, and it just says helping little ones grow, maybe edition. So I thought that was super cute and super fitting. So let me go ahead and get this placed on the tote bag, and then we'll get this ironed on, and then we'll be done with the video. And the reason why I'm using my parchment paper, because this is so thick, sometimes just applying direct heat to it really helps and works faster. Oh my goodness. No, no, no. No, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. Okay. I did not let this cool down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to get this carrier sheet off at this point. Because, and then I'll get my, because I don't want to have to keep on dealing with this just going really slow. I think what happened is it actually was pretty warm, so I should have let that cool down. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So let me get my parchment paper. And so you don't have to worry about it peeling. Peeling this liner up because there's no liner, and it just makes it a little bit easier. Okay. Okay, it got a little wonky there, but there's nothing I can do about it. All right, so yeah, I think that turned out adorable. Let's go ahead and bring in all the crafts that we did in this project to see how it all looks together. All right, well, there we go. I really liked how everything turned out. Despite its challenges, it all came out just fine. I really like how this says Mimi Notes. And then I like how they're all, aside from this one, they're all kind of cohesive. I really like that this really reflects of who she is, and I think that she'll really like everything. So but I would have to say my favorite one is this one, because again, this is just so accurate. I mean, it really describes her to a T, all these words. I thought about what words I wanted to use for her to describe, and I think that this really just does a great job. So, yeah, I really like how that turned out. And of course, this bag, I really like this, this gold with this purple canvas. And then, of course, even though this didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, it's still going to be a nice little gift for her. She always has candles burning in the morning time when I drop my daughter off, and I'm sure she'll really like this one. And I apologize, I can't remember where I got this from. I want to say it was either Target or Hobby Lobby, one of the two stores. And then, of course, this little banner. I think that it would be really cute to put in her back porch. Of course, wherever she wants to hang it, that's entirely up to her. But I really like the pink that goes with this. I could have done purple just to kind of keep the theme going, but you know what? We got to add some pink somewhere, right? All right, well, thanks for tuning into this video. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.